Good wishes, dear students. The concept we will be learning in today's class is Arrhenius equation. This equation talks about the effect of temperature on a reaction rate. Moving on to the definition of it, it's a very simple one. This particular equation is a temperature dependent rate equation or a rate law. Let me make it simple by my explanation. Most of the reactions do not take place in the room temperature. They require a higher temperature. So that's the meaning of saying rate of most of the equation vary with the temperature. What is the meaning of rate? We have seen repeatedly, speed of the reaction. Coming back to the point, if we provide a higher temperature, the speed of the reactions will be more. If we provide lesser temperature, the speed of the reaction will be lesser. So that can be expressed in terms of, therefore, rate constant is proportional to e to the power minus Ea by RT. Those of you who have seen collision theory video, you will understand the purpose of e to the power minus Ea by RT. It tells us out of the available molecules, how many molecules possess the activation energy to undergo collision. So therefore we say K is proportional to e to the power minus Ea by RT. This term talks about how many molecules actually undergo collisions. So the same term is written as K is proportional to e to the power minus Ea by RT. Now proportionality sign can be replaced with a constant. Remember, proportionality stands rate constant depends on the number of molecules undergoing collision. So K is equals to A into e to the power minus Ea by RT. Now this is the Arrhenius equation. Explaining the term of it, K stands for rate constant. A stands for frequency factor. We'll come back to this particular point little later. Ea stands for activation energy. We have seen it previously. R stands for gas constant. T stands for temperature in Kelvin. Now coming back to the point, what is the meaning of frequency factor? It is related to the frequency of collisions. Now you know from the previous concept what's the meaning of collisions. Out of the so many amount of molecules possible, only 4 possess the energy required to undergo collisions. What's the meaning of frequency? It says within a time they undergo collisions, we know that. Now frequency, when we say within a given time limit, how often the colliding takes place here. So that's the meaning of frequency factor, meaning how often the collision takes place. The second point, it does not vary with the temperature. Hence we can call it to be a constant. Frequency factor is a constant value. Now if the question is asked on write a note on Arrhenius equation, all you have to do is write the equation, explain the term that is given here. All the other things are an explanation given to make you all understand. In exam point of view, write the equation, write only the explanation for the terms given here. Moving back to, now what's the purpose of this Arrhenius equation? It helps us to calculate the activation energy within the given time limit, because we are talking about frequency, how often the collisions are taking place within the given time limit. So Arrhenius equation helps us to calculate the activation energy. So that's the point I have written here. This is not for the exam point of view, only to make you understand. If the rate constant for a reaction at 2 different temperatures is known, we can calculate the activation energy. Just now I told you. Now when we say 2 different temperatures is known, rate constant for 2 different temperatures. So within a given time limit we are talking about it. So consider the first time limit to be T1 and a rate constant K to be K1. And the second time limit time limit to be T2 and the rate constant relevant to be K2 here. Now we need to mathematically arrive at a step to calculate the activation energy making use of the Arrhenius equation. We will see it now. So this is the Arrhenius equation. k is equals to a into e to the power minus ea by rt. You understand? E to the power ea by rt is a different term. Proportionality sign is replaced with a a. So meaning there is a multiplication sign in between them. There is a point in telling why am I saying that. So taking a natural log of for the whole term. So k can be written it as a natural log of k is equals to a. Now natural log is common for both the term, and that's what I kept a dot in between to tell you. So natural log of a into e to the power minus ea by rt. Arrhenius equation, I'm taking a natural log for the whole term. The next step, natural log of k is equals to, take the natural log for both the terms given inside. So natural log of a, now you know in terms of log, multiplication stands for plus here. So natural log of a plus natural log of e to the power minus ea by rt. I hope I'm making my points clear. Arrhenius equation, we are taking natural log. The second one, natural log is common for a and it is also common for e to the power minus ea by rt. In terms of logarithm, multiplication stands for plus. So that's the meaning I'm writing plus here. Next, one more clue you have to remember. Again, in terms of logarithm, the power can be brought forward here. So natural log of k remains as it is. Natural log of a also remains. This power comes in front. So we write it as a minus ea by rt. Natural log of e remains as it is here. Here you have to remember certain rules. Natural log of e can be written as log to the base e. Now one more clue, natural log, log of any number with the same base can be written it as a 1. So log of e to the base e can be substituted as a 1. We'll come back to this point. All you have to remember right now is natural log of e can be written as log to the base e. We can write it as a log to the base e. So substituting that, natural log of k is equals to natural log of a. All this term remains as it is minus ea by rt. Instead of writing natural log of e, we are substituting this term log to the base e. So this is in terms of log to the base e. This e is from the previous step here. So natural log is replaced with a log to the base e. The next step, as I have told you, log of any number to the same base, the value is 1. So log of 10 to the base 10 is equals to 1. Similarly, log of e to the base e value is equals to 1. So the whole term will give us 1 as the answer. Rewrite the step. Natural log of k is equals to natural log of a minus ea by rt, because the whole term gives us 1 as the answer. Now this step can be rearranged and written to get the slope, that is y is equals to mx plus c. So natural log of k is equals to natural log of a. Now t, where temperature varies, we have seen it according to the given conditions. So minus ea by r, we take it outside the bracket. 1 by t, we leave it within the bracket. So y stands for natural log of k. C constant stands for natural log of a. M stands for the intercept, that is minus ea by r. X stands for 1 by t. Now we are moving to substitute to calculate the activation energy. We are required two different conditions. So substitute the condition what we have considered, T to be T1, T to be T2, so K to be K1 and K to be K2 here under different condition. So when T is equals to T1, K is equals to K1. When T is equals to T2, K is equals to K2. So according to the condition 1, where the same formula we are taking, wherever you have got a K, write as a K1. Where you've got T, write as a T1. So I'm rewriting the step. Natural log of K becomes a K1 is equals to, this is a constant, so leave it as it is, natural log of A minus EA by R. Instead of writing T, we write down T1. Repeat the same for the step 2 in terms of T2 and K2. So natural log of K2 is equals to natural log of A minus EA by RT2. Now subtract step 2 minus 1. So that is natural log of K2 minus natural log of K1 is equals to the second term minus the first term. So if you open up the bracket, what happens? Now natural log of A and minus natural log of A will get cancelled. What is left over? That is since in our logarithm term, minus stands for the division. So natural log of K2 by K1 we can write it is equals to, since these terms are getting cancelled, we have minus EA by RT2 plus EA. Minus into minus gives us plus EA by RT1. Now as usual, bring the positive term in front. This remains as it is here. So in terms of minus, in logarithm term, it becomes a division. Natural log of K2 by K1 is equals to, bring the plus term in front, minus term to be the second one. EA by RT1 minus EA by RT2. Next, what can we do? What is a common here? EA and R is a common. Take the common factor out. So natural log of K2 by K1 is equals to EA by R within the bracket 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2. The next step what we can do, since the denominators are not same, go for cross multiplication. Now natural log, we have seen it earlier. Natural log can be converted into a normal logarithm by multiplying it with a 2.303. So 2.303 into log K2 by K1 is equals to EA by R. Remember, just cross multiply. So 1 into T2 becomes T2 minus 1 into T1 becomes T1 divided by T1 into T2. Now, we can take the 2.303 on the other side. So the whole formula gets rearranged. Log of K2 by K1 is equals to EA. This 2.303 comes on the other side. So 2.303 into R into T2 minus T1 by T1 into T2. Therefore, EA stands for activation energy. Activation energy can be calculated from rate constants and temperature. You will understand more of it when we go on to the numericals. Thank you.